Countdown. Hi there. I wanted to do something a little bit different today. Trying to experiment with the software. Give me a moment here and we can take care of that. Hi, I am Willie Bragg, host of the Willie Bragg Show, and I hope each and every one of you are doing well. And I have some, what I would call very bad news. And well, before I get started, let me do this real fast, and we shall discuss the details very shortly. As you know, Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio Cortez of the 14th Congressional District, the Bronx up in New York City, um, and as leftists, we are very disappointed with her. Some of us like totally wash our hands of her and just view her as part of the problem. Others think she could do no wrong, and then there are those that says that she's the best that we got. I was in that middle. I started off in the she could do no wrong. I have been in the damn she's the best that we got, unfortunately, at the moment. And I'm about ready to wash my hands totally of Alexandria Ocasio Cortez because, she's ineffectual. I mean, she's turned to she turned into Nancy Pelosi. She's turned into Hillary Clinton. She's turned into Barack Obama. She's becoming an establishment figure. And I don't want to sit there and just shit on her. I'm just stating this to let people know that what I'm about to say is not partisan, and not one bit partisan. So the thing I want to say about it is that you know, well, she recently went down to Florida with her boyfriend, and there's no There's no shame in that, what have you. I mean, people are entitled to a vacation, and so she's spending time with her boyfriend in Florida, and she's maskless, and so is her boyfriend, having a good time. And some people are saying, what a hypocrite that she is, that she supports legislation that will mandate that people wear masks, but the first chance she gets not to wear a mask, she won't wear a mask. And and so people are like completely just dogpiling on her because of that, and saying that she was a hypocrite a few days ago. Well, she contracted the COVID virus, COVID-19. She This happened yesterday, Sunday, this Monday morning, right now 4:22 a.m. as I'm doing this video commentary, and I'm sorry she's got COVID, and I hope she recuperates. I mean, COVID is not political. I mean, it'll get you no matter what your ideology is, and especially if you're not careful. And even if you're careful, you might get it anyway. But it's best to be careful. And I got to practice what I preach. I live in Johnson County, which is in North Carolina, and there's virtually no mask mandates. And so, do I wear a mask when I go out? Well, it depends. If I'm out and there's nobody around me, I'm outside, definitely not going to wear a mask. If I go into, heavens forbid, if I go into a Walmart, unfortunately, that's the kind of economy we have where we are forced to go to places that we don't like to shop. If you go, not that I shop there all the time, but one of those rare instances where I have to go to a place like a Walmart, I'm going to wear my mask in there because it's crowded as fuck. And, you just asking for COVID if you walk into a place like a Walmart without a mask, or any place that has large crowds of people. So as I was saying, I basically, if the law tells me, and not that I'm a follower, but the law basically mandates you wear the mask. It's not with the intention of controlling people. It's not, and it's not just, well, the government, the state just love controlling people's lives. And if we're going to go and use the state to basically overreach, I jokingly tell people, and it's not that far from the truth, I jokingly tell people that when it comes to healthcare, I'm essentially a tanky. I don't mind using the Defense Production Act of 1950 to go and seize the assets of all the hospitals and seize and basically take over the insurance companies in this country, take over pharmaceuticals, and to create a national health care system. Because I do consider it a national emergency, especially in the case of COVID. And it's total insanity. It's total insanity that we have COVID and we don't have national health care. It's beginning to make me wonder, with the stupidity of my fellow Americans, will we ever get a national health care system? And I find it very doubtful. It's like, I don't want to be, this is going to sound terrible. It's like a woman wanting to ask to be raped. That's the relationship with the American people and the for-profit medical industrial complex. The American people, it's like a woman asking to be raped by private health insurance companies and big pharmas and big medical firms to go and violate you. But in the case of the people and versus the medical industrial complex, violate you financially. By either depriving service to you because you can't afford it, you're fucked, you're permanently damaged, or you're bankrupt, one or the other, and then in the worst case scenario, you die. And this COVID situation calls for a national health care system. It is amazing that we mandate and micromanage people's lives, and but we're not going to do what it really takes to solve the problem. The United States like to put a band-aid on a gashing wound. That's what it is. But I mean, that's healthcare. It's one of my big issues. It's always back to healthcare with me, and I know that. But getting back to what I was saying, AOC, is she a hypocrite? We're all hypocrites, because when nobody looks around, we think, oh, it might be safe. The mask is kind of a pain in the ass to wear. It fogs up the glasses. I can't concentrate. I mean, it is a damn nuisance to wear the mask. Nobody likes wearing the mask, but it's supposed to be there to protect you from COVID and protect other people from COVID. You're protecting each other. And when I hear people say, well, masks don't work. Well, I mean, if masks doesn't work, why do doctors and nurses wear it in hospitals? Tell me that. But the point I'm trying to make is, I'm sorry that she's got it, and this is not political. You take a clown like Louis Gohmert of Texas, who's a huge sack of shit if there ever was one. I'm sorry he's got it. He had it too. I'm sorry that President Trump got COVID. I'm sorry that anybody got COVID. One of my favorite streamers, Shoe on Head, she got COVID. But the point I'm trying to make is that it goes after everybody, regardless of your personal politics. But when it comes down to that, it gets rather partisan, and people miss no opportunity to be partisan about things. And what I mean by that is that you take this joker here. Yeah, Governor Ron DeSantis of Florida. I would argue probably one of the worst. It's hard to say who's worse, him, Greg Abbott, or Christine Nome, or whatever her name is in North Dakota, I believe it is. I mean, they're all pretty terrible. Roy Cooper, my bland corporate Democrat governor, is pretty ineffectual. Gavin Newsom is horrible. I can't think of a damn good governor in this country. They're all horrible. I mean, and I whether it's Gavin Newsom with his overreach, and kind of leaning toward authoritarianism, and at least when he's doing it, he's doing it for the public good. But this guy here, Ron DeSantis, I mean, this guy is a real life fascist. A lot of people say he's a successor to Donald Trump. He's probably worse than Donald Trump in the sense that Donald Trump is not, even though he pretends to be a culture warrior to placate the base, his heart and soul is not into it. This guy's the real deal here, and in a bad way. Because Ron DeSantis has the authoritarian impulses of Donald Trump, plus the reactionary, hardcore social conservatism of people like Tom Cotton and Ted Cruz and that sort. So, with someone like Ron DeSantis, you're kind of getting the worst of both worlds. You're kind of getting the worst of both worlds, and with the way that the Democrats are afraid to govern, in a way that's actually people oriented. The Republicans are expected to win big in 2022, and they may win the presidency if this administration, whether it's Joe Biden's continuing on to 2024, or whether Kamala Harris takes over, or whether we get Pete Buttigieg appointed in somehow. I don't know. I mean, regardless, the Democrats are fucked, and they got nobody to blame but themselves. And both parties are trash. Looks like what Tim Black says. Both parties suck, Johnson. And it's true. You got both parties that don't handle COVID in a rational way. A way that actually attacks the disease, and a way that doesn't suppress civil liberties, and in a way where people will get the health care that they need and not get evicted from their homes or not get laid off from a job. And again, when people, and I hear people complain about unemployment. And the thing about it is, I'm glad that unemployment's there, and I'll say it like I said it before. When I hear people say, "Well, people being paid more to work, not to work, than they were while they were working," I say that's fucking base as hell, because they're staying home, and it's forcing the companies to raise wages. And I am certainly not opposed to raising wages, because Americans need a raise. And if the Lindsey Grahams and the Ted Cruzes and the Mitch McConnells of the world want people to go back to work, those motherfuckers should go and swallow their pride and realize that they were wrong to try to keep wages down. Raise the fucking minimum wage, but not $15 an hour. Raise it to $25 an hour. Catch us up with Western Europe, for Christ's sake. So that's what I got to say about that. Now, in conclusion, I would say that AOC, is she a hypocrite for not wearing a mask? Maybe, perhaps. Is the people like Ron DeSantis and all the cheerleaders, they're against AOC. They're like, well, she got owned, she got COVID, and these are people who are COVID skeptics. The ones that spread misinformation, the ones that spread fake news and conspiracy theories about how much of a hoax it is, which it is not. I mean, the thing is that Ron DeSantis and people like him are proven to be wrong too, even more so. I mean, so that's what I got to say about that. And let me do this here real quick. Okay. So anyway, that's pretty much my piece on this. So if you like what you heard, press like and comment. If you disagree with what I have to say, comment anyway. Feel free to share the content on this channel. As a First Amendment absolutist, it's my duty to inform you to create your own platform and utilize it, because we are in fact the muckrakers of our time. Let's see, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. Oh, and before I go, I did that little intro music in the beginning. I'm just kind of experimenting with my software. If you like it, go ahead and comment on that as well. If not, just tell me. And because I'm just kind of experimenting, because I like to put a little bit of entertainment to the crude, harsh politics of its day. So anyhow, until next time, I am Willie Bragg. Keep that class struggle going, and of course, free Julian Assange. I'm trying to remember to say that in conclusion of every program that I do here. So take it easy. Have a great day.